Hello, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, depending where you are at this very moment when I'm recording and having this conversation. Today is the 7th of November. Very interesting couple of weeks behind us, quite intense too. We are getting closer to the full moon that will be happening in the sign of Taurus on the 15th of November. So we have like a week to go. The sun is still in Scorpio. We are still dealing with a lot of deep emotions. The moon will be entering the sign of Taurus, which is very, very stable, grounded, practical, balanced, maybe hard to move, but once it does, it's hard to stop. That energy. I always find the axis between Taurus and Scorpio very, very powerful because these are both fixed signs and they're very, they can be quite intense, as it's in a positive, at the same time in a more challenging way. The cards on the table are reflecting the energies that we are currently dealing with or what we can expect to the next full moon. It is the super moon as well, which means that it's going to be very close to the earth and its energy is going to be quite powerful and influence. I'll be starting from the minor arcana and smaller energies that we'll be dealing with. There is a lot of water on the table. I have 4 cards that are in sign of represented by the sign of cups, which is the water element. 6 of cups is showing up twice. This is beautiful energy that talks about purity, innocence, connecting to the childlike energy, the nurturing energy. It is the strong energy of the Cancer, like Cancerian vibe, having that feeling of home within you and creating that same vibe around you, surrounding yourself with people that give you that feeling of security, emotional security. When we connect on that childlike level, we are talking about like long-term connections, right? Having the strong Scorpio vibe as well, wherever there is a disconnect or misunderstanding, or you're not continuing the same journey, or you can't continue the journey along together in, romantic relationships, friendships, the relationships in any shape or form, this is the time to let go. It's very important to be authentic and be true to yourself and stick to your beliefs and your standards and so on, in order to be true to yourself. Because we are all on different journeys. We are all on different paths. And really connect to that inner child. I was talking about that purity, innocence, which I think with everything that is happening and the world we live in, we can easily forget. With those energies, we are also talking about karmic connections. People we meet for the first time and have a feeling we know them or our lives. People that are staying, people that are leaving and feel still very much in presence. It's good to nurture those energies, right? And we have the Ace of Cups as well. Ace of Cups is a beautiful card of that new feeling and emotion or taking the existing connection or relationship to the next level. Both of these 3 cards have very, very positive vibe, very nurturing, caring energies. And then we have the Queen of Cups. The Queen of feelings and emotions. She's an empath, she's a psyche, she is picking up a lot from others, but she has that emotional maturity to understand where the boundaries are needed. I think in the world that we live in currently, there is a lot of masculine vibe, especially like with what's happening in different parts of the world. And I'm not going to go into specifics, but I think that nurturing energy is very, very important for yourself and for people that you surround yourself with, for us humans in general. The other two, well, the other court card I have on the table is the Knight of Swords. I'm going to leave this card this way for a second because I want to leave it for the very end as it's representing the Taurus energy. So I just want to keep it there to rest in a way. Because I keep going, my eyes keep going there and I can't wait to talk about that energy, but I want to leave it for the very end because it's quite important and very significant. And then we have some major arcana cards on the table as well. If you think of the sign of Taurus being ruled by Venus, it's all about balance, moderation, healthy connections, harmony, joys in life. But then obviously there's the other like sides of life that can be challenging. And it's like, how do we deal with all of this, right? The next court card I have here on the table is the Knight of Swords, a very fast-moving energy. He's sort of like standing on that like bull, right? Usually it's represented by the horse, but in this particular tarot deck, the illustration is a bit different. This energy is very fast. There is a momentum, there is a goal, there is a clarity of mind of what do I want to achieve and how do I want to get there. It's very like powerful energy, almost unstoppable. I would like to mention also that we are now in the Mercury retrograde shadow period. The Mercury goes retrograde, I believe, on the 11th or a bit later, I think on the around 20th of this month, November. And it will be retrograde in the sign of Sagittarius, which is a lot of that push and pull energy. Sagittarius likes to go fast. It likes to express. It likes to be active. Where with the Mercury retrograde energy, it's more about like think before act, and very much about finding the balance between like think before say, think before act, before you show up, and so on and so on, just to avoid misunderstanding, to avoid possible conflicts, and so on and so on. I'm going to repeat again, with the full moon energies, there is always that theme of release. Things that are like meant to be released, things that we are meant to let go of. This is the moment that we're going to do that in that like organic, natural way, or we're going to be forced, right? If you're holding on to the outcomes too tightly. Physical, represented by Taurus. Emotional, spiritual, represented by Scorpio. We have the strong bond between those two worlds or realms, if you want me to put it that way. 3 major arcana cards on the table, 3 big significant energies. Let's talk about the energy of the devil, probably one of the most feared cards next to the death card, the tower card. I always like to say the devil energy is the energy that is there and that we need. This is what gives us passion, drive, enthusiasm to do whatever we want to do. But it's about understanding when this energy is taking over us. Understanding when we are giving our power away in order to get where we want to be. I was listening to an astrologer that I love listening to, Molly McCord, if anybody's interested. She has some like great analysis. And before my tarot conversation, astrological conversation, I would always listen to her insights on what's happening. And there is a strong Capricorn energy. I think Venus is in Capricorn at the moment. There is a lot of that like heavy energy, focused energy, very masculine, very business orientated, and so on and so on. So when we have those strong vibes within us, it's like this is what makes us like get where we want to be. But if it's too much of it, it can be blocking, it can be damaging, it can lead to addiction almost, right? So it's very much about finding the balance and knowing how to work with the energy of the devil or Capricorn. This is the energy of Capricorn talking about it. Hanged Man. With the deep emotions and quite a lot of water that we are dealing with, understanding when to take the balance and understanding when to take the pause and when to take that step back, it's quite important and significant. This is probably one of the cards that is feared without the reason. In this particular illustration, it looks a little bit different, but in general, the Hanged Man is like you're hanging from the tree by the choice. It's like, I'm going to take the step back. I'm going to look at the things from a different perspective rather than jumping into the situation, into showing up when you're like without the clarity of mind, which can easily happen with the energy of the Knight of Swords. He's going fast. He's not thinking. He's like, I'm going to go for it no matter what. But with the Hangman energy, it's more about taking the step back, allowing time and allowing clarity to come in, right? On the top of the reading, we have a Venus card on the top of the spread. This is the Justice card. Beautiful illustration. Very, very significant for what we are going through. We had recent elections yesterday, and there was a lot of noise about it, as you can imagine. For me personally, coming from a country, an area that is very much affected by the politics since day one, since I was born pretty much. And I'm talking about Balkans, talking about Serbia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Croatia, all that part. Like politics have been part of our lives without our choice. And it's still the case, you know, it's like if you want to find a job, if you want to like do whatever, you have to be part of a certain party, which is like exhausting. That might be the reason why I'm not there. But I feel for my people that are there and still dealing with a lot of things that are out of their control. With the Justice card, there is that theme of balance, fairness, things being done in the right way. It gives us hope. You know, I do believe that at the end of the day, there is that karmic moment, and there is an end to any evil. I don't know for how long, but you know, we have to keep the hope. We have to believe that the justice is going to be served, and this is what this card is talking about, right? Another strong card with the energy of Venus. Libra is ruled by Venus, so yeah, it's the beautiful energy, and we need it, and we need that firm divine feminine, and that's what she is. I'll be finishing the conversation with the card from Osho's tarot deck, flowering. So here we are talking about the energy of the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is pure representation of the Taurus energy. Feeling abundant, attracting more abundance, being in a flow, acting from and attracting from the place of stillness. It's a beautiful illustration, and I love to see that bit of a spring vibe, even though we're in the autumn season going towards the winter, but it's like looking forward to that moment when we're going to flourish again. And this could be very, very spiritual, right? Like, I think that season of late autumn and winter can be like very, very beneficial when it comes to you connecting to your spiritual side, if this is something you would like to explore more. I had a very interesting event on Monday. That was my last event in a marathon of events during the Samhain long weekend. As you can imagine, everyone was into readings, and it was beautiful. I love doing it, so I was excited to do it. But at this particular event, which was outside of London, it was like a goth wedding. It was very, very special. I love the whole vibe there. It was one of those events I felt like I'd been here before. And people I spoke to for the first time, I felt like I've seen them before and I spoke to them. So those are the karmic connections I was talking about, actually, with that energy. Well, the Six of Cups. So the conversation I had at that particular event, these people, like some of the feedbacks I got, they were like, oh, wow, why we don't have like more opportunities and occasions to actually have those kind of conversations. Like some people, they never had tarot read in their life. They didn't know what to expect. Some of them feared it, which you wouldn't necessarily expect from a God community, right? But yeah, it was beautiful. It was lovely. It was so uplifting and inspiring, because we are spiritual beings. We deal with this physical world, and it's way more challenging, right? So connecting to that place where you feel abundant, even in that like purely spiritual, energetical way, and you're spreading that joy and you're spreading that enthusiasm of overcoming whatever challenging situation is that you might be dealing, withdrawing from the outside noise when needed, because there is a lot of it at the moment, And by raising your vibration, you definitely help people very close to you, and so on and so on. So it's amazing energy. And I'm going to read the last sentence here from Osho's book and the way they explained it, this particular card. And it says, this is a real compassion. This is a real love. Sharing your enlightenment, sharing your dance of the beyond. Talking about beyond, it's beyond the physical. Sharing your dance of the beyond. I'm going to leave you with that. I'm wishing you all very happy full moon. I hope that this video is going to reach wider audience, because it's very hard to get that momentum when it comes with spreading the message. There is a lot of stuff out there, and I hope that whoever is interested in this sort of conversations will be able to listen to my recording. And I'm going to leave you with that message, wishing you all the best. Look after yourself, and speak very, very soon. Bye for now.